The January transfer window is shut. Manchester United have not spent enough. Or have they? When you look at the facts and you look at this January transfer window, Manchester United are the 4th highest spenders in the Premier League. Patrick Dorgu, Aiden Heaven, Diego Leon, 3 players that have signed and are on Manchester United's books right now. Is there a bigger plan and a longer term future in what Manchester United are developing? And is Manchester United's transfer and football structure at the football club finally kicking into gear and really looking towards what is necessary at this football club? So looking at the January transfer window in isolation, of course United fans are going to be disappointed that no forwards came in. We missed out on Mathis Tell. He ended up going to Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United making a stance on not bringing in any players that are not for the future of this football club. Evan Ferguson went on loan to West Ham. Asensio went on loan to Aston Villa. They were players that United fans were thinking maybe we should have been looking at and bringing into the football club. But United have made it clear that it is all about the future of this football club and something we do really need to concentrate on now. So let's look at Aiden Heaven, who came in for 1.5 million from Arsenal's academy, straight into the first team squad. We had Diego Leon earlier on in the window, who came in for 3.3 million, turning 18 very soon and will be available for Manchester United from this summer. And of course, the big signing, Patrick Dorgu, taking United's spend in this January transfer window to just under £30 million. Like we said earlier on, the 4th highest spenders of this January transfer window. In isolation, looking back, the window is not a big spending window for Manchester United. I think the last time we spent big was when Bruno Fernandes was signed for the football club back under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So looking ahead at these deals and what Manchester United have got, I think you need to look at these purchases from United, look at the future planning of what INEOS and the football structure are looking at, and it looks positive. Fabrizio Romano on his YouTube channel came out yesterday and said Manchester United are looking at planning for the future. Manchester United are going to make big moves in the summer transfer window. There is a lot of changes coming and it is going to be a big summer. Now, obviously, like David Ornstein also said, Manchester United looking to do all of their business in the summer. It does depend on what happens this season, what competitions United are in and what money they have got to spend. Obviously, we know that finances are going to be down. Finances are going to be short if we're out of Europe. Sponsorship money goes down. So United will have a different parameter of what players they can bring in the summer. But what about the business United already have done? When you look into last summer, that was seen as a good summer for Manchester United. But the business that was done that nobody was really talking about is what I want to talk about now. Manchester United securing the signings of Sekou Kone and Chido Obi Martin. Now, Sekou Kone, player of the tournament in the Under World Cup, was one of the most scouted players out there. Manchester United securing his signature before anybody else under the guidance of new head of recruitment Christopher Vivel. 1 million there, and a player now that has just turned 19 who is starting to really find his feet in Manchester United's academy. We also bought in the likes of Chido Obi Martin, another £1 million signing. So for them two alone, there's 2 million spent on future bright prospects. Chido Obi Martin is the best striker at academy level at under 18s in the history of the Premier League. The facts are there. He scored more goals than anybody else at that level, and he is on Manchester United's books. You add them two players into the players that United have bought this January, for instance. So you've got Diego Leon, who's 3.3 million. You've got Aiden Heaven, who is 1.5 million. You add that all together, 6.8 million. And for 6.8 million, yes, it's potential. Yes, it's unproven. But it is cheap and affordable and has got a sell-on factor at worst case. But what if Manchester United had, in their recruitment, already bought for 6.8 million the future spine of Manchester United? Chido Obi Martin as your number 9, Sekou Kone as your midfielder, Aiden Heaven as your central defender, and then the bonus of Diego Leon on the left-hand side at a cheap price also. Add to that the players that Manchester United have got coming through at their academy level, like Gabe Bayankere, who has got 17 goal involvements in 17 games this season. You've got Ibrahimov, a young dynamic number 10 who is smashing all sorts of numbers right now at just age 16, already playing in the under-21s. The future is there, and there is a foundation for Manchester United to add to when it comes to the market come this next summer transfer window. But And yes, there is a but. This is where the balance of the argument is. INEOS are still under increasing pressure to bring in the ready-made players. And that's where this summer is going to be judged. What they've done behind the scenes is arguably the best business that Manchester United have done in years in terms of finding the best talents and bringing through that youth side of Manchester United's own academy as well. But all fans will be looking this summer at what Manchester United do in the big signings. And we're talking the big players here right now. Will we be able to get a Victor Gyökeres if we're not in the Champions League? Will we be able to entice Edison from Atalanta? Two players who Manchester United have been recruiting and scouting for a very long time. Where else will Manchester United be looking? What areas of the pitch? We have got Giovanni Quenda. He has just come straight from the Champions League. Yes, Ruben Amorim knows both Quenda and Gyökeres. He's coached them before, and we do have that feather in our cap, and that is a definite positive in terms of negotiations. Are Manchester United on their own enough without European football, and Ruben Amorim being the coach enough without having European football? That's what we now have to look at. So Ruben has done his bit, and obviously the exciting side of this is these signings are going to be Ruben Amorim signings, and we are really going to be able to judge Ruben Amorim on what he produces on the pitch more, because if INEOS do back Ruben Amorim, we'll all expect a bit of a different style of football, a better type of football, a more confident and fluid-looking style Manchester United on the pitch. But INEOS are the ones in play here, and INEOS are the ones that everybody's looking at. And the fans will not allow a window to go by without significant signings coming in. It's all right me saying, and this is where I'm balanced, and a lot of people don't understand where I get at when I'm talking about being fair with what's actually happened. Nobody spends in January. City are in an absolute slump by their standards and have blown everybody away completely in this transfer window. They never spend in January, but they are in desperate need of players because of circumstances of their own. Them aside, Manchester United are up there with the biggest spenders in January right now, when really we haven't got money to spend. So INEOS's plan in saving money and doing what they've done in saving wages has cleared this windows and this year's PSR and what is necessary to get over that threshold and them guidelines so we don't get a point deduction next season. And now going into the new era, and added to that, obviously you've got the new PSR rules which are kicking in, which work off the squad ratio rules, which is a certain amount that you can spend off what your revenues are with wages and fees all included. And with Manchester United's wage cuts to big players, this is the play. So, where I am balanced in my argument, I am expecting one hell of a summer from INEOS. And if that doesn't come to fruition, then yes, the fan base are quite within their rights to go in on the ownership and ask serious questions. It will be the second transfer window, summer transfer window for INEOS to really stamp their authority on this transfer market. Add into what Ruben Amorim has been put through this season, the pressure from the fan base for wanting results off the back of what will be our worst ever Premier League season. Them saving every single penny that they possibly can, and now having to negotiate to players without European football. Maybe, we don't know yet, we'll see how the season pans out, but that's where Manchester United's investment. So when David Ornstein's talking, when Fabrizio Romano is talking about a big summer ahead, they know all of the parameters of the PSR, they know the financial side of things. They're not going to give anything away because it will ruin what they're going to do in the summer and what they're going to talk about. So they know, talking to people at United, that there are plans coming for this summer. INEOS have a lot to live up to right now. This is all good. The academy players, what I've just talked about, Aidan Heaven, Diego Leon, Chido Martin, Sekou Kone, Patrick Dorgu, all of these types of signings, they're all good and well, and they fit right into where Manchester United are going, and that really could come to be prosperous for Manchester United in the future. But everybody right now is waiting for this build-up. We've had the taster last summer. You backed Erik ten Hag. We now need this ownership model to back Ruben Amorim this summer. If not, this fan base is going to lose it. And INEOS, I don't think will have anywhere to hide. You've saved every single penny. Now let's go and spend that in the summer where it really matters for a coach that really does understand what is necessary at this football club. Get your comments in below. Let me know what you think. Is the future of Manchester United more of a positive than the nightmare that is happening right now? That's my question to you. Please get into the comments section and let me know. Subscribe, please, to the channel. That is up on your screen right now. Check out the other content on the channel also. And please do drop a like on the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, everybody.